What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the MP-38 Plus Burning Convoy from Beast Wars. So this is from an episode of the cartoon where Optimus Primal powered up basically and became really powerful. Actually, if you look at this collector's card, here's the front. So actually a really cool collector's card there. Nice image. But if you look at the back, he's like all 10s all the way across the board. So maximum power Optimus Primal, or Burning Convoy, whatever you want to call him. And he is obviously a translucent figure, one of very few translucent figures put out by Takara Tomy in the Masterpiece line. The only one I know of other than this one is the translucent Death of Starscream figure they put out way back when, I think it was with MP-3. I might have that wrong, but other than that, I can't think of any translucent figures they've put out in the MP line. So this is kind of unique from that aspect. I decided to have these two as well. So this was sent to me by Mr. G. Tony, of course. Everybody knows he's my supplier of robots. And I wanted to have these here for comparison so I could take a look and show you the differences between the original MP-32 release and then the MP-38 release, which is the toy / cartoon or comic version. So without further ado, let's get into the review, and let's just move these guys to the side. We'll take a look at this guy. He does have some paint on him, as you can see. There is this slightly different red, or I guess pinkish red, on the chest and on the face. Of course, the eyes are painted as well. The hands and feet are painted in this gold. Nice looking. You'll see a lot more gold when we get to the robot mode. Here's the back. It is clean. There is a light up feature on this, but it doesn't light up in gorilla mode, only in the robot mode. So overall, pretty good looking. He does have some accessories that you can use in this mode. So we can take this face, just tabs right in, and you get an alternate kind of yelling, screaming face here. And let's see if we can get this in. Here we go. Oh, I guess I didn't notice there's some ears there on the back, and they are painted. So there you go. You got that yelling, angry face. That looks kind of cool. They all come with alternate faces. So they're all three with their yelling, angry face. Really cool. I like the look of that. It just kind of gives you another option for display. Now this one actually comes with another face. So this one here, kind of a happy face. I find it to be a little bit cheesy, but again, the paint is really, really well done. They've got the gum line, the teeth, and then the eyes all painted. So you can put that on there as well. I'm not going to put that on there, but I just wanted to show you. Now, let's take a look at his articulation. The head can go up to there, down to there. It does rotate around. If you move this out of the way, this little tab here, you can get it back a little bit further, and you can rotate it back a little bit further. So it gets quite a bit of movement. If you go too far, it'll pop off the ball joint. And this is actually where the battery is anyway, so I just want to show you that. There's a screw. You take off the screw, you put two LR44s in there, and that's how you light up the feature. So it's actually easier if you do it in this mode before you transform it into the robot mode. Continuing down, you have a rotation here at the shoulder. They go up to there. You can move this part independently, but of course, that's going to be the transformation joint, so you don't want to do that. You have a rotation at the elbow. A single jointed elbow gets you well past 90 degrees, almost all the way. A rotation at the wrist. You have a single pin for the hand. The pointer finger is on a separate piece, so you can kind of point, but not really because it's curled, so you can't get it past there. Continuing down, you have legs, rotate back and forth. If you open up this joint here, so you can pull the waist down, you can get the legs further up. And the real purpose of that is so you can get him down into his prone, or I guess not prone, I don't know what position this is, but his gorilla mode where he's kind of holds like this. So that little ab crunch, reverse ab crunch, allows you to do that, which is a nice little feature they put in. Now again, if you pull the head too far, it will come off the joint. So you kind of have to get that posed properly. But I do find it pops off relatively easily off of there. But there you go. There's his beast mode. Really kind of cool. I like what they did with this. All right, now let's get this guy transformed into his robot mode. Relatively simple transformation, but I was a little bit surprised at the complexity given its relatively simple robot mode. But go ahead and open up these panels, and you'll see that reveals the Mega Blasters there inside. That's going to allow you to take this panel here. It is a little bit tight, so I'd recommend a spudger just to pop these panels out. They are tabbed down into here. So I like to get a spudger to pop those out and get it loose. Same on this side, pop that out. And now you can pop, and make sure this is open. Now you can pop this panel back and out. And that should clear from there. Rotate, or don't rotate that just yet. So leave that just angled back like that. Come to the front here, we're going to open up this panel here. That's going to pull away, and you can open up this chest panel as well. And that'll allow you to take the head, and you're going to rotate it this way around so that the robot head is going to come out the front. Oh, and the lights are on, so fortunately you're going to have to see that a little earlier than I wanted you to. That's fine. Go ahead and take this chest. That's going to push inwards, so past where it was, it's not going to sit on the top. It's going to go inwards. Then you're going to take this piece, and that's going to tab in right here. Go ahead and take this chest piece here. This is going to untab. You can kind of get a fingernail in there or just pop it open. And then it's going to rotate around and then get that back in. And there's the chest with that same pinkish colored paint. All right, then we're going to take this back panel here. This is going to rotate around and then sit back up against his back. And you're going to get these panels here, and those are going to tab in to the side. And should look like that. And then these can sit down and just stay there for now until we want to deploy them. All right, we'll go to the arms here, get these panels up. And that's basically it for the arms. Not a lot to do for the arms. I mean, they're relatively simple, and that's why I meant this is seems like a simple transformation, but it's actually more complex than you think. Rotate the waist to the front, so you have this piece here. And lift the arms up out of the way. Take this panel here, this is going to fold downwards and sit right there. And don't peg it in just yet, but actually I guess you can peg it in there. So peg it into the front of the leg. All right, next rotate this knee piece here to the front. And it is a little bit on the tight side, so let's see. There we go. And it looks basically the same because it's translucent, so you can't really tell. But you do want to rotate that to the front. Then go ahead and unpeg this leg or the knee from in here. That's going to rotate all the way around and peg into the inside of that knee that we just rotated. Take this piece here. This is going to fold upwards and fit right under there and complete that foot. Fold out the toe for his robot mode. Then we're going to take this gorilla foot, and that's going to fold inwards, which is going to reveal this heel piece there. All right, so same on this side. Take this panel, fold that out, and rotate it, and that's going to fit back down on here. Make sure you have this knee rotated out. Unpeg this from here. That's going to go all the way down and peg into the back of the knee. Take this panel here, rotate that up. Rotate the foot downwards. Come and take the animal foot, put that in, and then keep the heel, the red translucent heel, back like that. And there he is in his robot mode. And I went ahead and converted these two as well. So we'll put these in the background. We'll take a look at Burning Convoy. You can see the gold really shines now. So you got the gold on the mouth, on the ears there, on the shoulders, on the hands. The rose color, I guess magenta, pink, shows up more now. You have that on the feet. You have that on the shoulders as well. Here's the back. Pretty cool looking. It really does look like the cartoon or the comic image of Burning Convoy. Now you can change out, you have a lot of accessories. Well, I guess not a lot, but you have a few accessories. So you do have the alternate masked face. So if you want to switch that out, you can pull the ears down. You can just get a thumb right in here between the eye piece, and you can pull that off. And then go ahead and put the new one on there. And there you go. There's the masked face. I think most people would probably prefer this, especially with the gold smile there. That looks really nice. These two also come with alternate faces, so let's take a look at those. So for MP-32 here, you get the masked face, which for me personally is my favorite. I really like this. You also get the open mouth face, really nicely painted. They did a great job on this. And then you get the just closed lipped face. So I will probably display him like this, but there you go for that. And then for the MP-38, the toy version, you get this face here, so that's the open lipped face. And you get this closed face, and then you get this mask here, which is kind of cool. So to use that, you rotate the head around to the back, bring these ears downwards so that they're facing basically on the bottom, facing forward. And then go ahead, and there's two pegs on the inside of this mask. They're going to fit into the screw holes on the back of his head. So that's a kind of ingenious use of the screw holes. We recently saw that, where did I see that? I think it was Robot Paradise did this, something like that. So anyway, get this in there, and you can use the light up feature. So you can see he's got the light up eyes. All of these guys have light up eyes. There you go. And I kind of showed that earlier accidentally. So there you go. It looks really cool. It's a nice little feature. They don't do a lot of that in the MP line, so it's kind of a nice little surprise. But this mask is unique. It only comes with this MP-38 figure, and I guess that's unique to the toy version. You also get accessories, of course. What would he be without accessories and without weapons? So the Burning Convoy does come with his swords. So you get two gold swords, just fully painted in gold. You can get that into the hand, just like any MP. And that looks nice. Or you can come to the back here. You can fold these guns out, so he can be firing. That looks really good. And you can take this, and you can see there's a little slot right there. And that'll allow you to attach it right here. There's a little peg. So if you want to store the swords on the back, you can. So there you go. Oops, there you go. That looks nice. Now, they all come with their swords. So the MP-32 comes with this sword with the metallic blue, silver, yellow in the middle, and then a gray handle. And of course you get two. And then the MP-38 comes with a blue knife. Well, I guess two blue knives. So just fully painted in this blue color. Or it comes with this version, which I guess in the original toy version they combined into this bigger one. Now MP-38 comes out with one more accessory, which is this mace here. So it's on this stick, and you can kind of hold it. So there's a tab here on the end. Just like there. So there it is, holding the chain. Nice quality. It looks nice. It's a good overall accessory. Good looking skull. Good inclusion overall. Alright, now let's go over his articulation in robot mode. The head is on a ball joint, so it gets down to there, up to there, rotates to the side. You do get the side-to-side look, and then the ears themselves can actually rotate up to there, down to there. And of course you get that light up look. These can fold in and out, so if you don't want them showing, you can fold them back into here. And I actually forgot to mention, there is a jetpack here. There's a little jetpack there. It's hard to see on the translucent red, so I'll show you on a non-translucent figure. But there you go, there's his jetpack. Pseudo jetpack. Now, it looks a little better on maybe something like this. All the way around, and there you can see the little jet boosters in there. So kind of a cool little feature to include, because he did have that flight mode in the show. So you want to be able to have the jetpack. So continuing on with this guy, you have the shoulders on a ratchet, rotate all the way around. This obviously for transformation, but you can't get the arm up and down on that joint. There is a little bit of looseness on this translucent figure compared to these other two. It does feel a little bit more loose, and probably because there's no paint on it, right? It's just translucent plastic. You have a rotation at the waist that is ratcheted. No ab crunch. The legs go up to there, back to there. You do want to probably be careful with the paint on here. Out to the side on a ratchet as well. The knees are, so this part is just friction and it's somewhat loose because it's on a screw. This part, the second one, is ratcheted. So I feel like they should have made the first one ratcheted too. Anyway, there you go. You have a ankle tilt, ankle pivot this way, and then the piston moves up and down with that, so that looks kind of cool. And there's the back. Overall, some nice articulation. And one last feature here is the pop-up arm cannons. So there is a little slot right here. It's very, very small, hard to see, but it does help you pop up these cannons. And now he can be firing these, which is really cool looking. I like how these turned out. You can close this back down if you prefer that, but I think the proper transformation is to have it folded back. So there you go for that. So final thoughts on the MP-38 Burning Convoy, or Convoy in general here at Optimus Primal. Let's start with the positives. So the look of this guy is really cool. He's pretty spot on to that cartoon image, or I guess that comic image where he turns into this power-up kind of Optimus, and it's really neat. You know, the gold and the red just stands out. I do like the accessories, the sword and the alternate face, although it seems like he came with the least stuff. He only comes with 2 swords and an alternate face, whereas these guys come with multiple alternate faces, multiple weapons, multiple faces for the gorilla mode. I mean, it just seems like this one got the least. Now, he does seem to be the lowest cost of the 3, so maybe that's why. But it does feel like they cheaped out a little bit on the accessories. The other negative on this guy is because of the translucent plastic, there are some joints that are loose, like the ankles and like the knees. You can pose it and get it to stand, but there are some poses where it just won't hold because of those loose joints. But that's really it. If you are a fan of this version of Primal, then of course I would recommend this. This is going to be the masterpiece version, the best one out there. Now, I don't know if Hasbro is going to redo their Primal that they put out in the Kingdom line in this colors. I doubt it. For me personally, though, I do like MP-32. I think it's the best looking. It's got the most accessories that make sense, and just overall has the best look. But you can choose the one that fits for you, or if you're G-Tony, you can get all 3 and have them all in your collection. So that's really it for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this review, and we'll see you next time.